Hey everybody, it is April 9th, and this is my 8th day doing this. I had some requests to talk about Disney, and I wanted to bring up the few fun facts and stuff like that inside Magic Kingdom. There is a sorcerer's game that you can play. You go to the firehouse, right as you enter on the left hand side by City Hall. You can start off a game that you start right then and there, and it's a sorcerer's game where you go around trying to defeat Hades and all the villains who are trying to take over the Magic Kingdom. And Hades is hiring different characters like Cruella, Maleficent, different villains and their henchmen, trying to get the stone to take over Magic Kingdom. And what you are doing is you are defeating helping Merlin to defeat Hades and all the minions. And you start off with a pack of 5 cards, and they're all good guys, like you'll get Snow White, you get some of the princes like Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, but you also get some like Mowgli from Jungle Book, and Pongo from 101 Dalmatians. Different characters, and each card is a different spell. And then sometimes you would have to use the crest on the back of the card to help do it, and you'll get a map of the Magic Kingdom that will tell you the different symbols, where all the different ports are all over the Magic Kingdom. And when you are done with that site, they'll say, okay, go to this symbol, this is where you need to go next, and you just go to it. And it's a lot of fun for kids of all ages, whether you're 5 years old or 105 years old. If you have time, it's a great thing to do. Just whether you have half a day to do it, you can do that. You don't have to finish it all in one day. If you're there for the whole week, you can do it throughout the whole week. Because I think you have I want to say 3 months, but I'm not 100% sure. But I know you definitely have at least 3 months to finish it, which is great, especially if you're an annual pass holder. You can do it. But you don't have to finish it all off. It's just a little fun stuff you can do. It does not cost anything. You just set it up, you go in, wait in line and they will help you hook it up to your Magic Band or your park entrance card. And you'll go around finding all the ports. And in front of the ports will be on the ground itself, would be the symbol that looks like on the back of the card. You had to find those symbols and go to them. Some of them are actually inside a building, like the one in the cinema. It's actually inside the cinema along the wall on the right side. There is that one, but the majority of them are outside someplace. But yeah, I mean, you just go in. If you've done all the rides already, you just want to take some time, just do something different. That's a way to go. A little fun fact about Magic Kingdom, that there are zero bricks that were made to use the castle. That were used to make the castle. So anybody who asks you how many bricks, there are none. Not a single solitary brick. Which is pretty cool. Sorry. Let's see, what else? There, from what I've been told, the Carousel Progress ride itself is the only ride that in all of Walt Disney World that Walt himself has touched and helped build, because they took it from Disneyland and brought it to Disney World. So that's the only actual structure that he physically helped build, which is fairly sweet, because the park itself he passed away before they even broke ground, and we came really, really close to not have a Walt Disney World. But Roy, his brother, came out of retirement to make sure that Walt Disney World was built, and he insisted that instead of having it called Walt Disney World like Disneyland, he insisted we call it Walt Disney World after his brother, in memory of him. So there's that little fun fact. And I'm so glad they did that. I mean, they came really close to not even building Walt Disney World. Because, the only picture we have of Walt himself on the property is where him saying right on the X where the castle was going to be. And unfortunately, sadly, he passed away shortly afterwards. But I'm sure that he was here, in spirit, helping us build it. And I know over in Disneyland, if you go there, if you look at the firehouse, in one window there is a light that's left on 24/7. Because of the fact that whenever he was on property over in Disneyland, he would turn that light on to let people know that he was there, watching over. And when he passed away, they kept that light on in memory of him. So that way, if you ever go to Disneyland, look for that light above the firehouse. And another interesting fact between the differences between Disneyland and Disney World, the Pirates of the Caribbean. In Disneyland, I think it's like a little bit longer, because they actually have, if you go on it, there's a few extra details there that you don't see here in Disney World. Like, they both go down into a waterfall to get into the ride, but Disneyland is the only one we go back up a waterfall to get out of the ride, where Disney World, it just winds out and then you're off the ride. Though I wish Disneyland did the same thing, where you go up a waterfall to get out, which I think would have been cool. But I don't know why they didn't keep the track the same, but it's slightly different in that aspect. Overall, both rides are pretty much the same. You still see we want the red hair scene in it, and then the dog scene, of course. So everything like that's still there on both rides. Another interesting fact is that each haunted house or haunted mansion is different from varying park to park. So The Disneyland is, I believe, the one that's more like a Louisiana style, where they have the huge, massive columns and it's kept up on the outside. And it wasn't until you get inside where it doesn't look kept up. Where if you go to the one in Florida, the house is completely different, and you can tell from the outside that it's a haunted house, a haunted mansion. And if you go to the one over in Paris, they actually, instead of calling it the haunted mansion, they call it Phantom Manor, because it's the only word that translates in both the French and English that people would know. So that's a pretty interesting fact there. Yeah, so there's those two. And another interesting ride that's similar but different is the Indiana Jones ride over in Disneyland. And we have the exact same track here in Animal Kingdom, but it's dinosaur. So you see dinosaurs instead of Indiana Jones. The reason why we don't have Indiana Jones here is because we had the show, the Indiana Jones show over in Hollywood Studios, so they couldn't do both the show and the ride here, apparently, from how I understood it. I mean, I could be wrong, and if I am, just let me know. So I would like to know about that. So that was pretty interesting. Back to Magic Kingdom. The Carousel of Progress is the only thing that was brought over that Walt touched, which I thought was really cool. He actually built it, but that came from Disneyland and brought over here. Probably already mentioned that. Sorry if I did. But yeah, I love Magic Kingdom. It's one of my favorites. And if you go there early enough, on most days, you can actually get on a trolley that will take you from one side of Main Street to in front of the castle. And you can ride it for a little bit. And you can, the horse that does it, that pulls it, you can actually go over and meet that horse. They use, I think, 2 or 3 different horses, and they are gorgeous Clydesdales. Very gorgeous. And they are kept on property, and I can't remember where exactly they're kept, but you are able to meet them. If you ever get a chance, there is the 3 o'clock parade that is awesome. I totally love the 3 o'clock parade, which starts at 3 o'clock, by the way, which that question gets asked all the time. What time does the 3 o'clock parade start? It starts at 3 o'clock. It just depends on where you're sitting. We determine on what time it gets there. But it has my all-time favorite float in there, which is of Maleficent. She is my all-time favorite, and it is her in her dragon form. And it is steampunk style, which is awesome. You also get to see the 3 good fairies and Prince Philip fighting against Maleficent. So if you ever get a chance, go down and see it. It is amazing. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. If there's anything you would like to know about, just let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Don't forget to comment, like, and share. Yeah. So in one of my next videos, over the next few, a few times for my walks, I will talk about Asperger's and autistic, 'cause I think I have it. But yeah, so that's one of my next videos. So don't forget to like and share. And I hope you guys all have a magical day.